I'm Tracy Bonner, and this is my interpretation.
Yeah, MCCOY. It's another episode of my interpretation. And man, I can't even express how excited I am, man, to be here with this guy right now, man. I grew up, man, like looking up to this guy, man, just aspiring to be like half of what he is. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Walter Harris. I've been living here in Murfreesboro continuously since 1976. First came here in '69. Murfreesboro was a very small town. Watched it grow up, and this is my home after retirement.
Gotcha. So, Walter, where are you originally from?
Originally from Madison, Alabama. It's
Okay.
at that time it's a little western suburb of
Okay.
Huntsville.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so when did you come to Murfreesboro?
I first came in '68, I believe, when I
68.
was going to TSU.
Okay, so you went to
And
TSU.
I did.
Okay.
And continuously after 1970.
Gotcha.
That's when I met my wife.
Okay, cool. We're gonna get back to that.
Okay.
Man. That was one of my questions, man. But
All right.
so what got you into aviation, or how did you get into it?
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
It's sort of a long story, really.
Okay.
Started there in Madison.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the topography around there, Madison is only like a mile north of runway 36
Okay.
there
Okay.
at the Huntsville-Madison County Airport.
Okay.
And only about 3.5 to 4 miles from the Marshall Space Flight Center.
Wow.
If you look back in history, back in the late 50s, the Marshall Space Flight Center was probably the nerve center of NASA.
Wow.
That was the home of Dr. Wernher von Braun and all of those scientists that
Okay.
helped develop the earlier rockets that eventually led us to the moon. And believe it or not, the rumble of the testing of those rockets generated my interest back in those days.
That's awesome.
Of possibly getting into aviation from the standpoint of maybe getting into the astronaut program. So that's what lit the fire.
Wow. So how old do you think, like, when you
I was
first started getting those
Well, I was about nine years old.
9 years old.
Because we don't have the concept of what a space race really is now.
Yeah.
In the late 50s, say from about 57 until a man went to the moon near the end of the 60s, the U.S. and Russia was in a space race.
Right.
And everything was about putting a man on the moon, or getting into space, and then eventually putting a man on the moon.
Seeing who could do it first. Yeah.
So there was a lot of rumbling of the rocket testing in Madison from about 57 through 66, really, when I left to come to school.
Okay.
At TSU.
Okay. So after, you hearing that, most of your life, so when you went to TSU, did that like spark you to get into a space program? Did they have that there?
Here's the progression. At that time, in the earlier stages of NASA, the only astronauts were test pilots.
Gotcha.
Coming from one of the branches of the service. Gotcha. And so I looked it up really to see what my progression would be to get in there.
Right.
So my idea was really to become a test pilot. And to do that, you had to go to the military.
Oh, wow.
And I chose the Air Force.
Yeah.
And I started looking around later on for a college that had Air Force ROTC. I knew that would be my direction to get in.
Right.
And after narrowing it down, Tennessee State and Tuskegee were the two closest places to Madison that had Air Force ROTC.
Yeah.
TSU was 100 miles away. Tuskegee was 200 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
So
you like, let me go
I chose TSU. So that's what really generated my interest in flying. Hopefully one day, maybe I could get selected to test pilot school while I was in the military, and then on into later on into NASA.
Okay. So you were in the Navy as well?
No, just the Air Force.
I mean, Air Force. Okay. That's awesome, man. I didn't realize you. How long did you stay in the Air Force?
6 years.
6 years in the Air Force.
6 years in the Air Force.
What did you learn, like, just being in the Air Force? What did they, like, really teach you? Or
Well,
sometimes I just be at the crib brainstorming.
Is my interpretation. This my interpretation. Turn pain to motivation. Whole life in translation. Made off from agitation. This my interpretation. My way, no explanation. They doubt I changed the station. I'm tuned to my vibration.
My interpretation. My interpretation.
Yeah.
My interpretation.
My way, no vibration.
My interpretation. My interpretation. My interpretation.
I came from pressure and pennies. Turn every question to simmies. They try to tell me the limits. I heard a lyric already. You see a loss, I see lessons. You see a block, I see exits. They see the cracks in the pavement. I see the path and I'm present. Yeah, this is my interpretation. Turn pain to motivation. Whole life in translation. Made off from agitation.
This episode was brought to you by Smith Quality Heating and Air. This episode was brought to you by Smith Quality Heating and Air. This episode was brought to you by Smith Quality Heating and Air.